Hello, very good morning and welcome to Athavan newspaper highlights. Today, Friday, 20th of January 2017. This is Edward with the highlights of today's English newspapers. As usual, we have three leading daily newspapers for the highlights: Daily Mirror, Daily News, and Ceylon Today. Firstly, let's have a look on the Daily Mirror. The main headline says, Sri Lanka in talks to offer the Trincomalee port to India, says Sarath Fonseca. Speaking to the Hindu on the sidelines of the Raisina dialogue, Field Marshal Sarath Fonseca, the Minister of Regional Development, said that the decision on offering the port to India will be taken soon. 771,425 persons affected by drought. Nearly 771,425 persons belonging to 189,600 families in 18 districts have been affected by the ongoing drought, the Disaster Management Center said yesterday. China's e-commerce giant Alibaba keen on investing in Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka's finance minister said yesterday that the world-famous Chinese e-commerce giant Alibaba had shown a keen interest in investing in Sri Lanka and building an e-commerce platform to promote online business ventures. Despite the independent stand, I will continue to support government, says Ratnathera. Parliamentarian Venerable Athuraliya Ratnathera said he would continue to support the government even though he decided to function as an independent member in parliament. Secondly, let's move to Daily News. Raviraj murder, appeal filed by wife dismissed, not present in court or represented, thus petition not supported. The appeal filed by the wife of former TNA Jaffna District MP Nadaraja Raviraj challenging the Colombo High Court's judgment to release the 5 accused, including 3 Navy intelligence officers in the Raviraj murder case, was yesterday dismissed by the Court of Appeal. When the application was taken up before the 2-judge bench comprising Justice Deepali Vijayasundara and Justice Lalit Jayasuriya, neither the petitioner nor a lawyer representing the petitioner were present in court. Colombo guilty of 40% water waste. Close to 30% of water supplied to households in the country is wasted, with Colombo guilty of wasting almost 40% of the water supplied, City Planning and Water Supply Minister Secretary Nimal Hettiarachchi said yesterday. Donald Trump to be inaugurated as 45th US President today. Donald Trump will be inaugurated as the 45th President of the United States today. The ceremony is scheduled to start at 11:30 a.m. with a musical prelude beforehand. President Donald Trump and Vice President Mike Pence will then participate in the traditional inaugural parade, which is scheduled. Tajuddin murder. Court seeks analytical report on video footage showing suspicious vehicle. Colombo Additional Magistrate J. Trotsky yesterday issued an order directing the University of Colombo School of Computing to provide an analytical report pertaining to a video footage containing a suspicious vehicle that followed former rugby player Wasim Tajuddin's vehicle on the night Tajuddin's death took place. Trump is focused on Mexico, not China, says Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe. Tensions between US and China are unlikely to escalate into a global trade war even as geopolitical frictions intensifies across Asia, Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe said. Wickremesinghe said President-elect Donald Trump's election pledge to bring back jobs and revive US manufacturing has more to do with Mexico than with China. Finally, let's move to Ceylon Today. The main headline says, JVP ICEU take bond scam to the streets. Protest demo demands exposure, punishment. Scores of private sector and semi-government sector employees attached to the EPF department staged a massive protest demonstration opposite the Ford railway station last afternoon, demanding punitive action against those guilty of complicity in the loss of 1.5 billion rupees to the EPF department caused by the central bank bond scam. The banners carried images of Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe, former central bank governor Arjuna Mahendran, and owner of Perpetual Treasuries Arjun Aloysius, who were branded as EPF ambassadors. During the protest, chairman of the ICEU and JVP Politburo member Vasantha Samarasinghe told the media that the struggle launched by them will not end until every cent of the 1.5 billion rupees siphoned off from the EPF is recovered and those guilty of offence are brought before the law. Mahinda Rajapaksa, Chief Minister's plan LG poll strategy. A special discussion between former President and SLFP Kurunagala District MP Mahinda Rajapaksa and the Chief Ministers of Provincial Councils controlled by the SLFP is to be held in Colombo on 22 January. Prime Minister Solheim plan Green Economy draft for Sri Lanka. Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe met the United Nations Environment Programme Director Erik Solheim on the sidelines of the Davos Forum. According to the Prime Minister's media office, they discussed drafting a plan for a green economy in Sri Lanka. Solheim, according to the Premier's office, has said that the UN is willing to provide the necessary guidelines required to regrow rundown or depleted forest reserves which have been destroyed due to make a way for development projects. Dengue strikes UK envoy. UK's High Commissioner to Sri Lanka James Dowris is down with dengue. This was revealed by the mission's political head Daniel Painter at a function in Colombo yesterday. Sri Lanka to offer Trinco port to India, Minister Fonseca says. The decision on handing over the Trincomalee port to India will be taken soon, Minister of Regional Development Field Marshal Sarath Fonseca said. He said that the diplomatic discussions are still going on between the two countries over the matter. With that, let's come to an end of today's paper highlights. We will come with more news tomorrow morning. Thanks for listening to Athavan Newspaper Highlights.